Hey everybody, what's going on? It's BB101 Gaming here. Welcome back to episode number 6 of Winning a Natty with every team. And as you know, with every new episode, we gotta spin the wheel. So let's do this first and foremost. Oops, there we go. It's not in full screen there for a second. And it looks like we might be getting a Big Ten team. We are. We're going to be getting Northwestern this time. So Northwestern is going to be the team that we're going to be using. We'll go ahead and import this roster since it's the newer one. And we actually have more players in it now. So, yeah. But, yeah, episode number 6. Hopefully we can beat the record of 6 seasons set by Tulane of all things. Of course, we got to set up the dynasty settings first and foremost. Obviously, it's going to be on Heisman, even though we're not playing. Coach firing is CPU only, normal coach XP settings, and 7-minute quarters. Now, we're not changing any conferences. We're not going to be changing schedules. This is a Big Ten, I believe, with Northwestern. And they are. They're a 2.5-star school. They're an 81 overall. It's going to be a tough couple seasons, especially in the Big Ten, since there's a lot of good schools here. We're probably going to be down the bottom for a long time. This guy's a master motivator. We'll take that. So Northwestern, our goal is to win 5 games. We went 8-5. They went 8-5 last year. We're going to sign this contract. And we're going to look at the team just before we get into it, see who we actually need to go after with this. So, roster. So we do have a lot of seniors. Quarterback's a 74. Yeah, our quarterback is a 74, which isn't great. Our quarterback, yeah, we're going to need some quarterbacks. We have Bo, who's a 6'7" quarterback, which, I don't know. Can he improve at all? He's a 3-star. He can kind of improve, so he might be our quarterback of the future unless we get a really good quarterback in recruiting. Halfback's an 84, but he's a senior. Wide receivers, top 3 guys are seniors. Tight ends, legit 5 of them are. Why do they have so many senior tight ends? What in the world is happening? All right, this team is pretty much full of seniors. Pretty much full. We're gonna need everything in this offseason. For the recruiting wise, my goodness, they need a kicker, they need a punter. All right, well this is gonna be fun for recruiting wise, but yeah, I'm gonna set the recruiting board. Schedules is not gonna change. We can Miami of Ohio, Duke, FCS, Washington, and then we get into the Big Ten with Washington, Indiana, Maryland, Wisconsin, Iowa, Purdue, Ohio State, Michigan, and Illinois. Not a fun week, or not a fun season, but hey, anywho, I'm gonna set up the recruiting board. I'll see you guys at the end of season 1. So here we are at the end of season number 1 here with Northwestern. We went 7-5. Not too bad. We actually were really good at the beginning of the season. Only losing to Duke in our first 7 games. Yeah, beating Miami, losing to Duke, beating FCS, beating Washington when they were ranked, beat Indiana when they were 5-0. We beat Maryland, Wisconsin, Iowa. We were ranked too, and then we lost to Purdue. We lost to Ohio State. We lost to Michigan. We lost to Illinois. So we lost the last 4 games of the season. I was really hoping to take Illinois. But 7-5 is not too bad. We go 5-4 in the conference. A very solid season from Northwestern. Very, very surprised that we actually do this kind of decent. So, yeah, 7-5 on the first year. Let's see how we do. Obviously, we're not making the conference championship, so hopefully we do make a bowl game. Hey, we got a 4-star halfback. Look at that. We out here getting 4 stars somehow. Doing a Will Howard wins the Heisman. 3,200 yards, 28 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. We're going to be facing Colorado in the Independence Bowl, so I'll take it. Obviously, we're going to be looking at the bracket here before anything. Looks like Jacksonville State, Oregon, Kansas, and Miami are the top 4 conference champions, with UNLV being the other, and Ohio State, Notre Dame, Texas A&M, Ole Miss, Penn State, NC State, and Clemson all making it to the college football playoff. So we'll kind of see how that turns out. To be honest, I don't think I can find my coordinators. Nope, I waited too long. Well, we don't have anything for recruiting-wise, by the way, so that's going to be fun. Anywho, we're going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap, see who wins the national championship and go from there. Of course, we'll go into season number 2, and hopefully we can improve on that 7-5 record, maybe 8-5 or 7-6 record that we're going to have this year after losing to Colorado. Bowl potential goes up. Coach stability and coach prestige go down, which really isn't that good. We have a couple of people wanting to transfer. This is definitely weird. Never have I ever seen Kansas win the national title. Kansas. Usually it's Oregon or Ohio State. Usually those are the two that are like the beginning. Never thought I would see Kansas win the national title game. I mean, rock chalk. I'm a Jayhawks fan, so there's that. I like seeing my team do well, but how? I've never seen them win a national title ever in my simulations. And I've done a lot of simulations already. So this is just weird. But yeah, Kansas wins it in year number 1. Usually they're not usually winning number 1. So, yeah. So there's that. On to season number 2. All right, so here we are in season number 2 with Northwestern. Not a great season. We had about 40 guys, seniors, leave this school, so we could only recruit 30. And I believe we only got like 25, so it wasn't a great recruiting class for year number 1. We only go 2-10, or 2-10. Yeah, only win against FCS and Minnesota. We had to face Penn State. We faced Oregon, Nebraska. Not a great showing at all about anything. We lost 58-13 against Penn State. We lost 41-0 against Purdue. 22-7 against Oregon. At least that was a closer game. 38-0 against Nebraska. 53-7 against USC. Barely lost to Tulane. Barely lost to Temple. Just tough loss. Tough loss at the beginning of the year. Hopefully that we could win those games, but yeah. So, unfortunately, we're not making a bowl game in year number 2. We lost the bowl game in year number 1. So, yeah, not great. A lot of people want to transfer. Like 3, 7, 11, 12. 12 people want to transfer. Not great. Especially losing a ton of players. Drew Aller wins the Heisman with 0 interceptions. Pretty good. That is pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and get some new guys here because we did not have anybody that had recruiting. So this guy instantly hire. And hopefully we can get someone with... we could try to get Titus. Steve Titus. All right, so we're going to go ahead. And this time we'll only go one by one because... I need to make sure I sign those guys. This would really be the only time I go one by one. I forgot to do it last season. So yeah, they both signed, so we're good. D plus and a C is not great for the coach prestige, but it is what it is. So go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap where the Jayhawks won year 1. So that was kind of weird because I never see them win year 1. I actually haven't seen them win at all. Yeah, coach prestige is down to a D, and yeah, pro potential and coach stability is down to a D minus. A lot of people want to transfer out, which is not great. We're now down to a 2-star prestige as well, which is not fun. And it looks like USC wins it over Alabama, with Charlotte, Penn State, Texas Tech, and Alabama being the top 4. Conference champions, along with Liberty being one of the conference champions that were outside the top 12, with Notre Dame, Oregon, USC, Tennessee, Texas A&M, Arizona, and Maryland all making the at-large bids, and of course Alabama losing to USC. So, all in all, a decent season, but not for us. It's on to season number 3. And here we are in season number 3 with Northwestern. Yeah, another terrible season, to be honest with you. We beat FCS. We lose to Houston. We lose to Colorado. We got shut out by Rutgers and Michigan State. We got blown out by Minnesota, Indiana, Penn State, Oregon. We barely lost to Iowa. We beat Illinois. but we got shut out by Ohio State. They're not a very good season. We're only 82 overall, 80 offense, 84 defense. A very bad season, but hey, this recruiting class has been a lot better for us this year, so we don't need to make any moves with the coaches because we did get our recruiting coaches now out of the way. We just need to have some good off season and have people stay this season. So that's all I'm hoping for. I also think we signed like 30 players this year too, which is a big number. But we got to make some moves now. We have a lot of people risk of transferring. We actually went up a half-star prestige. I don't know how, but we did. But yeah, we're going to have like another 11 guys wanting to transfer. I don't think we're going to be able to keep them, too. Playing styles, we're losing Washington Jr., we're losing Regovich due to coach prestige. It's just not great. Not great at all. Anywho, it looks like Oregon wins it all. One of the first times we've seen them, at least, in year 3-wise. Jacksonville State, LSU, USC, and Clemson were the 4 highest conference champions. That's what I was looking for. Ohio was the one that was outside the top 12. I guess top 4. Yeah, top 4. I think I said top 5. Was I saying top 5? I meant top 4 if I was. I'm trying to have a terrible short-term memory, as you guys know. But Oregon, Nebraska, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Pitt, Michigan, and Penn State all were the at-large bids. So another terrible season. Hopefully next year's going to be a lot better. Yeah, on to season number 4. All right, here we are in season number 4 with Northwestern. Yeah, not another great season. Our only 2 wins came against FCS West and Illinois. Getting blown out by a bunch of teams. We're back down to a 79 overall, not even an 80. Recruiting-wise, we only recruited a couple of guys, but they're all gyms, which was nice. Yeah, it wasn't we're not losing many guys as well this season. We're only losing 3. So it was mostly gaining guys that were very, very good in gyms. So that's what we were mainly focusing on then. We don't even need to do transfers. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and advance to the end of season recap. Try to do something with this team. You know, it's been rough. I think we've won 2 games the last 3 years. Not fun. Not fun at all. So yeah, we gotta find a way to win the Big Ten, to make the college football playoff, and go from there. Coach prestige and pro potential is down to a D-. We're now a 2-star prestige, which isn't fun. And Pittsburgh, Pitt wins it all as the 1 seed too. Wow. Okay. Pitt, Florida, Michigan, and Cincinnati made the top 4 automatic bids, with East Carolina winning the other one. With Nebraska, LSU, Notre Dame, Tulane, Washington, Georgia, and Boise State making the college football playoff. So 3 G5 schools. Boise State, Tulane, and East Carolina all made it. Good for them. Happy for them. But yeah, that is the end of season number 4. With now 3 straight 2-10 seasons. It's on to season number 5. And here we are in season number 5 with Northwestern. We had a really good, from the past couple of seasons, it's a good season. We go 5-7, you know. We've only had a 500 season once. We went 7-6 in the first season with Northwestern. Ever since 2-10, 2-10, 2-10, then 5-7 this year. So a little bit better compared to the last couple of years. We lost to Wisconsin 58-0. Beat Akron, lost to USC. We beat FCS, lost to Michigan, beat Purdue, lost to North Carolina, beat Maryland, lost to Nebraska, beat Indiana, then lost to Washington, Illinois to end out the season. So all in all, I mean, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, and then loss, loss. So another unfortunate season. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of season recap, see who made the conference or made the college football playoff, and see who, of course, won it. because that's how we do it around here. So, all in all, 5 seasons in, it's not going to break the record that we've had so far with 6 seasons from Tulane. You know. But hey, pro potential is up to a B. Conference potential is up to an A+. Coach stability is also up to a D. Let's go. We got that. And so we're also up to a 2.5-star school as well. So it looks like North Carolina won it all this year. With Colorado State, USC, Pittsburgh, and TCU, all of the automatic bids, with Cincinnati also getting a bid. That's really weird. How are they getting a automatic bid when TCU had it? I guess they're the top. I guess Colorado State was a top one, so then I don't know. Also, apparently Georgia was one too. What is happening with this one? Wait, were there like 7 automatic? 6, 7? There were 7 automatic. What is happening with this one? Like Georgia was an automatic qualifier. USC, Colorado State, Pittsburgh, TCU, obviously were the top 4. Then Georgia, Clemson, and Cincinnati all did. That's really weird. They're not in really weird season with this one. But anywho, on to season number 6. And here we are in season number 6 with Northwestern. Not a great season. We went 3-9. Compared to last year when we had a pretty decent with 5-7 compared to 2-10s, back down to our 3-9. So not great after going 7-6 our first year. We haven't sniffed 500 in a while, so gotta find a way to get there. Anywho, we're gonna go ahead and simulate the end of season recap. Go over, of course, who made the college football playoff, and go from there. So I think last year was kind of the weird one that had like multiple automatic bids, which was weird. Maybe a lot of them tied or something like that or whatever. I'm not sure what happened there. Or it was just a glitch in the system. It could have been that, but oh well. Anywho, we are an 85 overall team. We're still a 2.5-star school, which is just fine. It looks like Oregon finally wins it all, with Miami as well. And looks like so Cincinnati, Oregon, Utah, LSU, Miami, and Charlotte are the automatic bids, it looks like, apparently from the borders. It's saying that those are the automatic bids. I don't know. I'm just here so no one can find. With Auburn, Clemson, Nebraska, Penn State, Notre Dame, and TCU being the at-large bids. So, yeah. On to season number 7. And here we are in season number 7 with Northwestern. We had a very, very good season. We go 9-3 on the year. We beat SMU. We won our first 3, then lose our next 3. So we're 3-3, then won a 6-game winning streak. Beating Wisconsin, Washington, Maryland, Indiana, Purdue, Illinois. We're an 88 overall, a 90 overall offense, and 87 overall defense. Only losses came against Ohio State and Michigan, who were both ranked in the top 7. And we're number 7. So, of course, Iowa, but we were 3-3 at that time. So, we don't make the Big Ten championship game, which does hurt our chances at an at-large bid. So, hopefully, we can get an at-large bid and get our first college football playoff out of the way. Hopefully, we can make our college football playoff debut with Northwestern here right after this week. It's a big thing here. We get 5,000 XP for end of the season. We do go down to an 85 overall. J.D. Shabazz wins the Heisman. And Tony Bryant wins the Best Kicker Award, I'm pretty sure. And we are in the college football playoff facing Tennessee. So we do get a little bit lucky with that. So hopefully we can get this win. Do we have to manage anybody? I don't know. Yeah, everyone's here, so I don't know. We're here for it, though. Anywho, it's time. Tennessee and Northwestern. They're an 87 overall team. We were like an 87 with a 90 overall offense, so I don't know why we went down a lot. But here we are. They're at 87. We need a win to move on to the second round of the college football playoff. Again, we are going to be in Tennessee for this game. They are ranked higher, so we do get an at-large bid our first season. We'll go quarter by quarter and see how stuff goes. A lot of quick drives. Both teams get 3 in the first quarter. Let's see what we can do. Tennessee gets a touchdown. We counter with our own. They get a touchdown, so now it's 24-10. Going into the third quarter, we do start with ball. Or no, Tennessee starts with ball, I guess. We put up 3, so it's 24-13. It's now 31-13. It looks like we're going to be one and done this year with Northwestern. And it's only our first year. We throw another interception here with Northwestern. So hopefully we can build on it and get back in here. We do lose 34-13 with Northwestern in our first bowl game. So it's unfortunate, but anywho, we'll go ahead and advance to the end of season recap here. See who wins it all, and go from there and move on to season 8 with Northwestern. So unfortunately, we can't get it done in our first year. I don't think we've got it done with our first year ever with any team. So hopefully we can get that done. Pro potential is up to an A. Coach stability, coach prestige all go up. Now we're at a 3.5-star prestige, so more stuff there. And it looks like Texas wins it all over Ohio State with Liberty, Houston, Alabama, Colorado State, and Michigan all getting the automatic bids along with Liberty. And Ohio State, us, Tennessee, Ole Miss, Texas, TCU, and UCLA getting the at-large bid. And, of course, Texas beating Ohio State, winning it all. So, yeah, into season 7. All I see is number 8. And here we are in season number 8 with Northwestern. We made a Big Ten championship. As you can see, we're 10-2 along with Nebraska. A very solid season. We're ranked 3rd. Our only losses came against Nebraska and USC, which was kind of the weird one out of the bunch, but beating Michigan, Minnesota, Penn State, Illinois, Purdue, Oregon, UCLA, Tulane, Rice, of course, FCS. A very, very solid season. This team is honestly pretty good right now. I think if I view roster, it sees. No, we are. We are in 86. I don't know how we're in 86, but we do have a good halfback, some good wide receivers, some good offensive line. I mean, the defense is honestly way better than the 86. We have 290 overall defensive tackles, really good outside linebacker. I mean, good linebackers. Corners are a little bit rough, but I still think this team's a little bit better than 86 from what they say. So we'll see if we beat Nebraska. If we do, we get, I believe, a guaranteed first-round bye. If we lose, we're going to be playing in the first round again, and hopefully we advance this time. We did get 4,000 XP, but that always happens. We did win the Big Ten championship game, so that is big. We get a first-round bye for the first time as well. There's going to be a couple of Big Ten Player of the Weeks. Not surprised because there's only 2 teams playing. Eric Bourne out of Clemson wins the Heisman, so good for him. Obviously, we're just going to advance the week because we're not playing this week. We'll see the stuff after once this is all over. Get 200 XP. Let's see who we're playing against. We're facing UTSA. If we lose to UTSA, there's a problem because I don't think they're that good. So there is that. UAB, TCU, Clemson, us, and Auburn, along with UTSA, also all get an automatic bid with Tennessee, Nebraska, Miami, Iowa State, Ohio State, and Mississippi State getting the at-large bid. So, a lot of automatic bids. I guess they tied with each other, UAB and UTSA. They just got 12 and 11. So, I don't know. They beat Iowa State, so they beat a Big 12 team. But let's see how they do here and now. They're an 81 overall team. We got to get a win. Let's just hopefully get a win. We move on to the quarterfinals. I guess this is the No, I don't know. To the third round. How about that? We'll just say that. I'm pretty sure I was right with the quarterfinals. We're in the Rose Bowl. It'll be a tough matchup though. Against UTSA, their first drive doesn't end up anything. Couple punts both sides, and nothing after one. Going second quarter, still nothing. A lot of punts, still nothing. Finally, we put up a touchdown, and now on to the second half. It's 7-0. What a weird score. Still 7-0. Defense has played outstanding. This is why I said the defense is definitely well above their overall. The offense, I could say, yeah, they're their overall. We just got a pick six, so it's 21-0. And it's going to end up even more. Actually, we just punt the ball. 4 minutes to go. We get the ball back after forcing a turnover. Now they force a turnover. So it's now 21-7. So they don't get anything till the fourth quarter. Finally, kick a field goal. And that's another pick six. We had 2 pick sixes in this game. And we're going to win 31-15. It looks like they went for 2. But all in all, this game was apparently not as all close. So we'll take the easy win over UTSA. We move on. So we'll take that. They also went 8-0 in the conference, which is very, very good for them. I respect it. But now it's the big one. Winning this game, we make the college football playoff. That was the quarterfinals. So yeah, this is going to the semifinals now. So I was right the first time. See, I have a terrible short-term memory. You guys should know this. But here we are. Season 8. Having the chance to move on. We are going to be facing, as soon as the Player of the Week's guys get off my screen, Mississippi State. Okay, they're ranked 7th. They are also 12-2. They went 6-2 in their conference. Who did they beat to get here? They beat Ohio State and Auburn. They blew out Auburn. This one probably might be a lot closer than what we think. So on to the Peach Bowl. State's a 79 overall. I mean, we're at 85. I don't even know how we're at 85. I mean, granted, our offense is a little bit lower, but our defense is like multiple 85-plus overalls in that on our defense. So I don't understand. But anyways, Peach Bowl time. Winner of this goes to the Natty. Mississippi State, they are ranked 7th in the nation for a reason, even though they're a 79 overall. First couple drives, a lot of punts. We put up 3. They get a touchdown at the end of 1. 7-3 lead for Mississippi State. Now it's a 10-3 lead. Our offense got to find something. 13, now 13-10. I was about to say 13-3. Going into the third quarter, we start with ball. We put up a field goal to tie the game. 13-13 tie going into the fourth quarter. Another close game. Why has this game got to have all these close games? It hurts my heart. I swear I've lost like 10 years off my life with this series. We get a rushing touchdown, so it's a 7-point game, and they fumble the football, and we get a touchdown. So just like that, it's a 14-point swing in the last minute. And we will gladly take that. Wow, they just went all the way backwards, and they don't do anything. So second down, fourth down, we punt the ball, minute 40 to go. First down and 10, third and 7. They put up a touchdown to make it a 7-point game, but they don't get the ball on the onside kick. We kneel it out. And just like that, Northwestern in season number 8 is going to the national title game. People say this is a Mickey Mouse run. Facing UTSA. Facing an apparently 79 overall Mississippi State. We don't look at that way because the overalls are kind of busted. So on to the Natty. Who are we playing in the national championship game? We get more corners, apparently. We went after a bunch of corners just in case if we don't get it this year. So here we go. Who do we play in the Natty? We are facing Clemson. We're facing the national or the Heisman winner as well. And Clemson is a 90 overall. I feel like that's more reasonable than Mississippi State as a 79. I don't understand the overalls in this, but here we are. We need a win. Winning here would have another team down, and next Wednesday would have another team up and running. First quarter. Here we go. We put up a field goal to make this. It's 6-0 after 2 field goals, after getting a turnover as well. Unfortunately, they get a turnover to put up 3. A lot of defensive-heavy game, and it's 9-3 going into half. What a weird score. No touchdowns. A defensive battle. But unfortunately, they get a touchdown to make it 9-9, and now 10-9, and going into the fourth quarter. They have ball. They will put up a touchdown to make it an 8-point game. We got to find a way to get a score and a touchdown, not a field goal, for the first time. 3rd and goal from the 2. We get a touchdown. We tie the game, 7-18 all. And it's 4th down and 1. They punt the football. We got the ball at the 27-yard line, and that's a big play to the 48. Now we just need to take some time off this clock and kick a field goal to win it. 3rd down and 6 going into the 2-minute timeout. We get a 1st down and 10 after a penalty on the defense. A negative 2-yard rush. Now they start taking a timeout. We kick a field goal with 1:08 to go. Clemson is close to field goal range, but they missed a 53-yarder. And just like that, 8 seasons, Northwestern, a very tough rebuild with Northwestern, we finally win it all. In just the 2nd season in the college football playoff. We upset Clemson and stop the unbeaten record. The undefeated season is no more. Northwestern, we win it all over Clemson, 20-17. An amazing game, a very defensive-heavy game. Like I said, our defense. This guy rushed for 9 yards and had a touchdown as the player of the game. He rushed 7 attempts for 9 yards. How is he the player of the game? I don't know. But there is the trophy up with Northwestern. An amazing, just finally. Absolutely finally. We scored 11 points in the 4th quarter. I think that was our only touchdown of the game as well. Maybe that's why they gave it to us. But we are national champions with Northwestern. So that's another thing down. To be honest, we'll go over the stats as well. Looks like we had 2 quarterbacks go. Looks like Hewitt was injured, but went 30-6, which isn't bad. Rushing-wise, 838, 5 touchdowns. Johnston had 4 touchdowns. Receiving-wise, Marciano was the only one that went over 1,000 with 17 touchdowns, and O'Kine had 13. Everyone else didn't even have 5. A lot of 3s and 1s. Defense, 107 tackles from a corner. 8.5 sacks led the team. We had 9 from Otis for a corner spot for interceptions. Root also had 12 deflections. Had a lot of forced fumbles with this team. We had 2 blocks. We had 0 safeties, and we did have 2 defensive touchdowns by Dominique Otis, who is probably one of the better corners. But anyways, that's going to do it for the episode. If you guys are new, please consider that subscribe button down below. We're on the road for 500. And again, if we hit 500 by the end of the year, I will stream here on YouTube for 24 hours. Yes, 24 hours. It's going to be a long time. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'm out. Peace.